Hey guys, it's been a while. The reason I couldn't really post a video on YouTube is that I was just too busy, you know, moving all, just bringing all my stuff and moving to another house. You know, we were just so busy. Like I don't know, like these 4 days, it was crazily busy. Yeah, but hopefully, it's just getting better. So yeah, finally I could take a video. Like these days, shit. So yeah, it's been a while. So yeah, I think the last time I talked in front of PC is like, I don't know, 5 days ago. Could be a week, could be more than a week. I think could be the last time I'd be in Melbourne. So it must be quite a long ago. Yeah. So yeah, let me tell you like how I'm doing these days. These days I've been doing great. So like for 4 days after coming back to Japan, I've spent I've just spent 4 days. As I said, I've spent like 4 days hanging out with Koshi in Osaka. He's my friend, who is from Okinawa and who's never been to Osaka. So I was the one that bring him to like everywhere in Osaka. So we kind of spent 4 days, actually 2 days, just with him. I couldn't really bring him because I've got the other plans. So it was great. We had a great time. I would say the best memory that I had with him is, in Osaka. In Osaka is, I think, going to one of the Japanese bars, called Torikichi or something. That actually, his friend just recommended going to. So that was great. That was beyond my expectation. I expected to be good because she actually recommended it. Just going there to us. So obviously, I expected it to be good, but the food was just amazing, and the customer service was amazing. Except for so there are like two staffs there, and then just two of them just kept fighting each other. Not in a physical way, but in a verbal way. They just kept arguing, and then that kind of annoyed us at the time. But at the end, when we just left there, they actually apologized for the poor, the silly fight that they had. Yeah, that was, and then we kind of felt better after that. Yeah, that was great. Anyway, I think I spent too much time just talking about myself. It's always good to talk about myself. It's always humans are designed to that way. So some article says, some research said just talking about yourself to somebody, or telling yourself to somebody, or telling who you are and what you experienced, to somebody, kind of makes you feel relaxed. It makes you makes you release dopamine, I think. Not dopamine, but release some kind of happy hormone that kind of makes you feel happy. I think these days humanity's goal, or a person's goal, should be happiness. Should be just keeping just being happy is is our aim, I think. And in terms of that, I think, telling yourself, telling about yourself is really important thing, and kind of sharing your emotions, and opinion is really important. You know, to let people not underestimate you. So I think these days, if you don't talk, and if you don't give anybody any opinion, people kind of think of you oh, if I'm the one, who don't really express myself, people think he doesn't have an opinion, and he's useless, and people might consider myself to be the one who is kind of useless, who cannot produce anything, which is terrible in terms of kind of social hierarchy. So yeah, anyway, yeah, it's been 10 days since I last spoke English, but I just kept reading novel and novel, I just keep reading novel, and also keep listening to a radio, which is gonna help me to keep my English level stable, stabilize my English level. You can also say that. So yeah, I feel really good about myself, being able to keep my English level, not getting it down, but yeah, not even improving, but still it's really good. I think that might be a case that I actually improved my English level since came back here. I'm not sure, it must be just a little bit. I'm pretty sure that my English level is not going down, but still, anyway. And actually, these days, there's one desire that I have right now. I just want to talk with Nat, and not just. I just want to talk with Nat about, about our team, Arsenal. And I'm just let me just look up when is the game is gonna take place. The game between the game of Arsenal. Yeah, let's watch this. Yeah, it's gonna start from 1. I'm gonna send this to my friend Nat. Anyway, successor. There's no way that Pochettino is coming back. What the heck? Roberto Di Salvi? No way. He's the manager of Brighton, which is also in the Premier League, so he can't be there. Yeah, let me just read that article about future. Let me just read the BBC article about the future. Can help help people travel the world. What does it mean, bro? Why spring cleaning won't benefit your health? Why spring cleaning won't benefit your health? What does it mean, bro? Whenever spring clean as the weather warms up. But is there such a thing as a house that's too clean? Could a little bit dirt be good for us? I don't know. Like, I know, like, clean. I know that clean is, in terms of house or the value of the house. I think the cleanness is really important. That's one of the reasons that I actually chose this house. This house is just fucking clean as hell. It's just so clean. So yeah, that's one of the reasons. But I don't know, like, is it even possible that like the house is too clean, so that like that is gonna have a bad effect, or like, at least not good effect on people's health? I mean, I can't imagine, bro. Like, cause like when you're in a house, I mean, the drawbacks of like being too clean, I don't know. I have no idea actually. Let me just talk about the drawbacks of like, the house actually being a little bit dirty. I think that the drawbacks of like the house, which is the dirty house, is I think you might inhale like some of the dust that is gonna harm you, and yeah, which is like harmful substance to your health, and nothing else is gonna matter. I mean, nothing else is gonna affect your health in any way. So I have no idea, bro. I mean, being clean. I mean, maybe like always, like, what is that? I forgot. Like, always clean your house with some alcohol. That might affect in some way. That might affect your skin, I think. So like, if you always clean your house with a wet towel, or with a wet kind of tissue that actually includes alcohol, that might affect your health in a way that kind of like makes your skin dry. But like, yeah, and if you're too clean, you might spend too much time just cleaning and producing not really much. That might affect your mental health, which, I'm not sure, but yeah, I think that they are just two things that I can come up with in terms of the drawbacks of the house just being too clean. I can't imagine. Or maybe that might, I don't know. Yeah, I think that could be the only reason, because the picture just, there's a picture of a man just cleaning or wiping the window with a rag, and that kind of makes me think, just wiping something, or wiping your house with an alcohol might be kind of harmful to your health. I think which is still just a little bit of effect compared to compared to the dust that you might inhale if your house is just too dirty. So not sure, bro. I mean, as I said, even despite the fact that I said, like, spending too much time just cleaning might affect your mental health in a bad way, but also like, living in a dirty house, living in a dirty room, that that is absolutely gonna affect your mental health, you know. I mean, you know, where you sleep, or the place you sleep, or the room you sleep, you know, I think has to be really, has to be like, should be clean, so that is, you know, that is not gonna let you down, at least. Or if you live in a messy room, you might, yeah, I think you tend to be messy as well. And I think you tend to, or you're likely, you know, you are unlikely to care about, you know, what's around you. And which is I think quite a sad thing. Anyway, it's been like 60 minutes since I last talked, so I think that should be it, bro. See ya.